Alright, so today I'm going to show you guys how to decompress and compress maps to use assembly for CEA for the Master Chief Collection. So I've got my CEA project folder right here. I just made a new folder. I open it up and in it there's nothing. I need to go to my Master Chief Collection folder and copy some maps into there. So Halo 1 original build maps. So let's do B30. That's a good one. Silent cartographer. Okay, and so the first tool that I'm going to need is MCCCEADeflate from Dragonflare, the compression tool, which I can link below. And there are a couple of different compression tools. There's also the one that Movie made, and I believe there's another one. And keep in mind they don't all work for all versions, so some of them were designed for the 360 version of the game, so they won't work for the MCC version. Okay, so open up MCCCEADeflate and let's put this in the project folder. And I don't need the source because I don't care basically, you know. And for ease of not having to type in this whole long name, I'm just gonna rename it to deflate.exe. That's gonna save me some time. Okay, so this is a command line tool. So if you click on it, oh, you gotta run anyway because Microsoft is dumb. So I was saying, if you click on it, nothing is really gonna happen because it has no UI. So you're gonna have to run it through command line. So I'm going to also open command prompt. So let's go to C program files, or what's it? C Windows System 32. And find cmd.exe. There's a lot of shit in here. cmd.exe. So make a copy of command prompt, not a shortcut, a copy. So then when I click command prompt, when I open it now, it's going to be running from this folder. And yeah, I know this is not the the best way to use command line interfaces. You shouldn't make a copy of command prompt every time, but for the sake of simplicity, if I assume that if you're coming to watch this YouTube video, you don't really have a good understanding of command line programs. So this is a fine way to do it. It's much easier than dealing with having to type longer commands or other things. Although there's also if you're using Windows 10, I believe you can hold Shift and I just have a PowerShell window. There's supposed to be a command line thing to open command prompt as well, but it doesn't always show up. So this is fine too. Just copy command prompt there. So now to run the program, you would just type deflate.exe, or really the .exe isn't necessary. /d for decompress because the map is already compressed, so it needs to be decompressed, and then b30.map is the name, and b30 underscore u for uncompressed .map is what it will be named. And see, now I've got this one was just made. Okay, and now I can get my copy of assembly. Let me just go. I'll just go to the folder where I have it already. Assembly. I'll have a link to this build of assembly. You need to make sure you're using the CEA version of assembly that was also created by Dragonflare. It's here on his Github, although unfortunately he doesn't have a precompiled version, but I'll link a precompiled as well. But if you can compile it, you should. But obviously that's a little bit more complicated than what I'm going to get into for the purpose of this video. So make sure you have this version of assembly because the other versions will not work for Halo 1 maps. So I'll open it up. File, open file. Let's go to the desktop and CEA project folder, b30u.map, because that's the uncompressed one. If you try and open the compressed one, it's going to give you an error. So open and see, yep, it's open, Halo 1 Anniversary MCC. So let's do something simple. We will make the assault rifle shoot rockets, of course, everybody's favorite, right? So scroll down to projectiles, well, triggers, and then in the trigger it's the projectile assault rifle bullet, and we switch that to rocket launcher rocket, and then hit save. Okay, and now we will recompress the map. So basically the command is the reverse, and so we'll go deflate C for compress, b30 underscore u dot map is the map that is uncompressed that we just edited, and we want it to become b30, let's say b30 new dot map, so we know we have the original one too as our backup. And yeah, here we go, b30 new dot map, and you can see it's a little bit smaller than it originally was, and that's just because the level of compression is higher. The actual size of the map itself didn't change, just it got compressed more basically, so that's fine. And then let's copy this back into the MCC folder, right, the original build maps, yeah, b30.new. And rename it to just b30 so that it's the correct map. And then when we launch the game, we should see the effects of the mod in game.